What up? This is Robert Horry.
Three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
I know what's going on. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
And it is the shoot-around, our Friday bonus show. Apologies for not having a shoot-around last week. I was sick as a dog, and I fought my way through just having a show on Wednesday. I spent the next 2 days laid up in bed. I was a mess. So I apologize that there was no Friday shoot-around, but we got one this week. We are back in the groove because I am loaded of antibiotics. So we have some stuff we got to talk about. We had a lot of awards finalists come out this past week. So we're going to start with the MVP finalists. We talked about Rookie of the Year already, so we're not going to get into Rookie of the Year. Your official MVP finalists are the Joker, Shai, and Wemby. That's your three for your finalists for MVP. Very surprised Jalen Brown is not in this conversation. Did not make the finals, so those are your three finalists for MVP. For what it's worth, Joker averaged a triple-double again this season and was the first player ever, I think we mentioned this last week, to lead the league in rebounds and assists at the same time. He joins Russ as the only other player to average triple-doubles in back-to-back seasons. So, Jokic, Shai, or Wemby, of those three, who would you give it to? Not who do you think is going to win it, who would you give it to? Start with.
I give it to Joker.
Okay.
I think, since I can't give it to Jalen, I'm gonna give it to Joker. And the reason I just think he just does so much for that team, and I think the other guys have a better supporting cast.
Good point.
And you think about if Shai misses a game, he got 5 guys that can step up for him.
A whole roster of people. Yeah.
If Wemby misses a game, he got 4 guys. And if you look at Joker misses a game, he got 1. Even though they did, they kept their heads above water when Joker was out. But I just think think about it, you are big and you averaging a triple-double, not just one season, but for 2 seasons in a row.
You lead the league in assists and rebounds.
Yeah. I don't think he'll get it because the league is always about changing the face of the MVP.
Yeah.
But my vote is for the Joker.
All right, Harper, who would you give it to?
I agree. I'd probably
Jokic?
have to go. Yeah, I think watching him and the way he controls a game at his size, because he's nowhere near the fastest guy on the floor. And he's not – it's not like we haven't seen guys with a build like him before. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he's able to control the game, his court vision, his rebounding, and how everything kind of flows through him, I think, yeah. And the fact that he has his team in the 3 seed, and, just everything that he's meant to that franchise, yeah, I think I would give it to Joker, but I think Shai is going to end up winning it again.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of me thinks they're number one, once again, the number 1 team in the West. Best record in the league, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I just think the way that they're playing, and yes, he does have other guys on that squad, but he's the engine that makes that thing go. So
I think we've talked about this every year we've done this show. I think Joker could be in this conversation every single season. Like, there's rarely a season where you're like, he's not really in the MVP conversation. Since his name has been really dominant in, I want to say, maybe the last 7 years, 8 maybe, however many seasons he's been just as good as he's been, I don't feel like there's been a season where he hasn't been in this conversation. Or you couldn't make an argument that he should win it. Because I think you could probably make an argument maybe every year for the last 5 that he deserved to win it.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's almost kind of like the LeBron thing. LeBron had that stretch where he was in it every year.
He's the best player in the league.
He won it every year.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Part of me thinks the NBA is going to gift, I don't want to say gift, Part of me thinks the NBA is going to go, well, let's go ahead and do the Wemby thing because then he can give him Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
So who's the last person to do that? Michael Jordan?
Yeah, he could be the first one to do it in a hot minute.
Giannis.
No, yeah,
Giannis. Oh, yeah, won it.
Yeah.
He could be the first one to do it in a hot while. And we love
Dream was
Wembanyama.
first,
We
and
want
then
him to be
Giannis.
the face of the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want Wemby to be the face of the NBA. So
Mike didn't win it in the same year.
No.
No, I think he did.
No.
Jordan didn't
think
win
Dream-
MVP
I think Dream-
and Defensive Player of the Year the same season.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
All right. While the internet is fact checking me, we'll find out.
I don't think Wemby is a bad call. I think he's a season away. I think he needs to take his game up to another level. There's another notch.
Okay.
There's another level there's another effort level that he can go to.
Jordan did it once,
Yes.
by the way.
Jordan did it once.
Jordan did it in 87 and 88 of all the years.
So Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. Now he won 5 MVPs.
Yeah.
So that tends to make it easy. But yeah, 87, 88
Man, I
was
thought
Defensive
so.
Player of the Year and MVP.
Yeah. I think there's another effort level that he has to go to in order for him to be the clear cut, or at least a favorite to win MVP. To be in the top 3, I think is really good with how he played this season.
Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily know he's gonna get it.
Gonna get what?
The MVP.
Yes, he will. Oh, he'll get an MVP.
No. I mean now.
Oh, now. Oh.
I mean now.
Okay,
Like
sure.
I'm saying, like I don't necessarily know he's good, but I can see the NBA going. Well, I don't know, man. That's a pretty good angle to have him win both.
Because he's the youngest player to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Would that be the case? Okay.
I think with him winning it this year, yeah, he already won it.
Okay.
I think he's the youngest player to win Defensive Player of the Year.
6th Man of the Year finalists were Hardaway Jr., Miami's Jaime Jaquez Jr., whatever his name is,
Miami.
and San Antonio's Keldon Johnson. 6th Man of the Year. Why are you confused?
Because neither one of those will be my
Those wouldn't be your 6th Man of the Year?
No.
Okay.
Keldon Johnson for the Spurs is not a bad choice. I think Rob froze again.
Yeah, it looks like he did. I'm sorry, I'm Googling whether or not they gave these awards out yet. They did not. They gave out Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
That was it so far.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Them other two.
No, you're back, Rob. You hung up on us.
Oh, I hung up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
it's
frozen.
okay.
Yeah, those 3. Johnson would probably be my favorite out of that.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think of other guys who I would have had ahead of them for 6 man.
Yeah, it's a tough. I don't know. We could probably come back to that.
Yeah.
We don't need to spend a lot of time on that. I just wanted to go over who the finalists were. Most improved player, Nikola Alexander Walker, Deni Avdija, and Detroit's Jalen Duren.
Nah, that's Nikola Alexander Walker's award.
I think.
No,
so.
it's not. It's DeVita, Portland.
Well, yeah, and he was an all-star. Yeah.
He's gonna win it. It's gonna run away with it.
Okay. Most improved player. Okay.
Yeah, because you think about it, like you just said, he's an all-star. Got Portland into the playoffs. He was nowhere to be found last year, so he's
Hometown bias for Harper on that one. Hometown bias. We'll call it hometown bias.
He don't watch the West Coast.
Oh, I
He's one
watch
of
the
those
West
East Coast-
Coast.
Y'all are up
I
too
watch
late.
it.
By the time Portland come on, he sleep.
All right, and then lastly, the Clutch Player of the Year finalists are Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jamal Murray. I continue to ask the question: what's the difference between Clutch Player of the Year?
This is just.
Is this like MVP Junior?
It's this
Is that what
senior
this is?
BS Senior Superlative Award.
Is that what this is? It's not good enough for the MVP conversation, but you still had a pretty good year. Is that what this is? I'm confused by this award.
I don't understand this award either.
Yeah, I don't. A Clutch Player of the Year: Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Murray. Okay.
I think and you think about Anthony Edwards, you're not even available for any awards. So why are you in this?
Well, they made him available. They made him and Luka available to win.
No. They haven't. They came back and said he could because there was Luka and someone else because they only missed one game.
It was like a one game eligibility thing.
Luka and Cade Cunningham. And then, and Anthony Edwards was trying to.
Well, Ant is out. You're right. Ant is out. But they made two guys available to not.
Cade Cunningham and Luka.
Okay, those are the two. Yeah.
Because Luka had the birth of his child, and Cade Cunningham
had the collapsed lung.
So then why is Ant on this list then? If he's out of the awards, then why is he out of the list? I mean, you can put him on the list. He ain't going to win it. Oh, okay. Put him on the list. He won't win.
The NBA don't like us talking about this. They froze Rob again.
They froze Rob again, man. Spectrum. They're like a sniper, man. They just hide on his property somewhere and just pop.
And I'm gonna start doing this from my phone.
Well, I don't think it's the iPad. I think it's the internet connection.
It's the internet. Yeah,
that's the problem. Mm-hmm. All right. Question. We'll do a pop quiz here real quick, and we'll wrap up shoot around. Question from Casey. Rob, have you ever played for a team that had already locked up a playoff spot with only a couple games left in the season? Would you take time to rest if it was offered? Barkley was going off on players last week for sitting out the final two regular seasons of the game.
I've been in that position plenty of times.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And I was going to say, you won 7 rings. You've been there. But was it offered to you or?
It wasn't even a choice. I tell you how David Stern found out when they were going to rest Dream. He said, no, you better play him at least 10 minutes. Okay. And so, because David Stern was
that wasn't even an option for you guys? You couldn't take a game?
No.
There was no, we're going to rest our stars for a game or two?
No, you play that first half, and then you sit the second half. I don't know when it came into, we're going to rest these guys and stuff, but no, that would have never happened on David's watch or any of our watch because that's a rhythm. Because you get ready to have a week off. So now you took another day off, you got that week to rest. Go out there and keep your rhythm, work on some execution stuff and just get it and play. And I don't know what these guys are thinking about, but it's today's NBA.
It is. All right, well, speaking of today's NBA, let's do the this week's pop quiz for the two of you. Top selling jerseys of the 2025-26 NBA season have been released. I have the top 15. Let's see how many of you guys can knock off this list. We'll start with Robert Horry.
Luka
Doncic, number 2.
Wemby,
number 4.
No matter what, I think Steph is always going to be in there.
Steph, number 1.
Yeah.
If you can believe that. The number 1 selling jersey this year was Stephen Curry.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai is not on. Oh, no, he is. Number 8. He's number 8.
Still, old man got to be on the list. LeBron.
Number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Doing good now. 5 down.
5 down. How many we said?
I had the top 15. I was just curious
15.
how many guys you could pull.
Is the Joker up there?
He is on this list. Where'd he go? He's number 10.
Yeah.
Jokic. Low down on the top 10, though. Rob?
I'm trying to think. I wasn't froze. I was trying to think.
I know. Well, the same difference. Your brain froze.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take a long shot here.
Okay.
And say Jalen Brunson.
Number 3. Wow. That ain't a long shot. That's a number 3.
Somebody in the New York market had to be there.
Yeah.
Harper? I am going to say Ant-Man.
Number 6. Knock down numbers 1 through 6. 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 remained. Who would you say, Rob?
I said, bless you. My wife sneezed.
Oh, okay. I was like, how's he doing? He's throwing blessings.
You know what? This is going to be a weird one because I still think he got a strong fan base. I'm going to go with KD.
Number 11. Yep, he's on there. Back to Harper. I'm going to buzz it out when one of you all misses one, but so far you've come up good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. Got 9 in a row.
9. Ooh, I got one.
Oh, Rob just thought of his next one.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say Giannis?
We did not. He's not on there, though.
Dang.
There is no Giannis.
I'll
let you go, Rob.
Hey, I guarantee this guy got to be top 10, the rookie from Dallas.
Number 9, Cooper Flagg.
I forgot.
Number 9, Cooper Flagg.
Yeah. And then my next after that was going to be Ball because, kids love Ball for some reason.
Number 15, LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the 4 you guys missed. Number 7, Jason Tatum.
I should have gone with somebody with Boston.
Jason Tatum, number 7. Number 12, Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Your kids like him. He's a kid, so yeah.
Number 13, Devin Booker.
Devin Booker's there.
And number 14, Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
But you know,
That was your top 15 most popular by sales.
The Suns jersey are very popular. That black and orange one.
Yeah.
They love that color. Yeah.
All right, and then we will close it out with this from our friend Timothy McDaniel. This one, he's a longtime friend of the show. He said, a few buddies and I were having a discussion, barring injury, who had the highest ceiling of these three guys, and I think Rob played against all three of them. Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway, or Grant Hill. This was, I guess, a discussion amongst him and his friends. So he wants to know, and I think you did play against all these guys. Tracy, Penny, or Grant Hill, who had the highest ceiling barring injury?
Grant Hill.
Yeah, see, that's who I was thinking, too. Harp was leaning Penny. Harp, didn't you say Penny?
Yeah, I think Penny, because I think a lot of folks, what he could have been with Shaq in Orlando, which is one of the reasons Shaq left. And, you know, a lot of folks thought he could have been Kobe before Kobe. You know, if he'd stay healthy, no telling how many titles they could have won, possibly. Obviously, you got to see Jordan, but, you know.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Grant Hill, God, this might not be the right comparison, but I put him in sort of the Derrick Rose category of a guy on the upswing who had a lot of potential, who just had that injury bug, just completely shut his career.
Yeah, his ankle is still jacked up.
Oh, my God.
You should see how it was like. I was sitting next to him during the Big Ten tournament. I just happened to look down, and he was sitting on the stool. You know how you have your feet on the stool, and I'm looking at one ankle, and the other ankle. One ankle's like this big, and the other one's like the regular size. I was like, is it still that jacked up? It's still that jacked up. But that is a really tough question though, because I played against both. Had to guard both, and they both were dangerous. And you think about what some of the things, you see some of Penny's highlights, his ability to pass, his ability to shoot. You know, I think, I might have to switch now and go with Penny, now that I sit here and talk about it out loud, because I'm thinking about his ability to shoot. He was a little bit better shooter than Grant Hill. Even though Grant Hill was a dynamic player in this tough one. Now, you ask me tomorrow, I might go back with Grant Hill, but now that I'm thinking about it and talking about it,
Oh, I love it. It's just perfect. Now that he's thinking about it and he's talking about it, and down it goes again.
I went out again?
Oh, you're going out constantly, bro.
I'm done.
All right, let's get out of here. We appreciate you guys for hanging out.
I'm like, man, I'm calling Spectrum right now. We can put Spectrum on blast. Get your asses to my house and fix this shit now.
Yeah, you need the top of the line, whatever they got.
You know what you need?
Nobody's talking to you, Candace. That's probably why my internet not working, because you jumped on.
Oh, wow. That'll get you a night on the couch real fast. Yeah, start blaming the wife.
I ain't no damn couch. I got 5 beds in this house.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I talking about?